So we're going to be looking at this group of trees here, and there's a few things we could notice from a distance. Some catkins hanging up on them, which we can get a closer look at if I walk over a little bit closer. Just wait for the sky train to go by. So you can see there's catkins hanging here, and there's some old, what some people call cones, the female catkins from the previous year hanging up there as well. So those can be good identification features as well. One problematic thing about the cones or the female catkins is they often fall off onto other plants, and then people think that it's an alder when it's not. So that's one thing to be careful of. So this is a red alder, a native plant to BC. And one of the things to always look at for these ones is the buds are on these big, long stalks coming off of the branches. So the buds are quite big, kind of club-shaped, and coming off in stalks from the branches themselves. So those are distinctive traits. If we're talking about the bark, you can zoom in a little bit. You can see that it often has these little white patches or dots on it. That's distinctive of red alder as well. And if you cut into the bark, you'll see a reddish color, which is where it gets its name from. They tend to be kind of not too big of growing trees. They move into areas, they're quite weedy. These obviously weren't planted here on purpose or anything. So they just blew in and grew up on their own. So they're often found in disturbed sites, areas that are neglected. They're kind of an early successional species, so they just kind of pop up, grow quickly, and they don't live particularly long. But yeah, a nice native tree of BC, and at this time of year you have the great catkins hanging down, and the last year's cones, the female cones, which are quite long-lasting, and the stalked buds. So all those things together can help you identify this tree.